On September 1st, 2025, the entire city of Phoenix, Arizona was suddenly plunged into darkness in the middle of the afternoon. A massive wall of dust, hundreds of feet tall, swept in engulfing streets, paralyzing the airport, cutting power to more than 55,000 households, and leaving thousands stranded on highways. What caused this terrifying dust storm? Why did a phenomenon familiar to desert regions suddenly become so violent that it could paralyze a major metropolis? And is this a warning of a new normal we may have to face in the era of climate change? In today's video, we'll search for the answers. This enormous dust storm buried the entire Phoenix metropolitan area and its surroundings. Tens of thousands of people were affected. Transportation, power, water, and communications all collapsed into chaos. In just minutes, one of America's largest and most modern cities was forced to shut down. It was living proof of nature's overwhelming power, something even a megacity cannot resist when it unleashes its fury. Around 3 p.m., from the south of Phoenix, a massive wall of dust suddenly appeared. In less than an hour, the entire city was shrouded in darkness. On interstates, I-10 and I-17, countless cars were forced to stop in the middle of the road as visibility dropped to zero. A series of minor collisions followed. Sky Harbor International Airport, one of the busiest in the United States, was forced to suspend all flights for more than an hour. Over 55,000 households in Maricopa County lost power. Many hospitals had to rely on backup generators. Schools closed. Public services froze. Traffic lights went dark. Trees were uprooted. And streets turned into chaos. Phoenix residents described the experience as apocalyptic. A young mother, driving with her 2 children, had to stop her car, hold them tightly, and try to calm them as the sky ahead turned pitch black, trembling. She recalled it felt like being swept into a tropical storm, except in the desert. Another resident, a retired university professor in Gilbert, said that in all his years in Arizona, he had seen many haboobs, but never one this intense. It was both terrifying and overwhelming. You know you're facing something beyond human control. On social media, images and videos spread rapidly, showing a massive wall of dust swallowing the city, blocking out the sun, and turning day into night within minutes. So, what triggered this disaster? Meteorologists explain the dust storm originated from the collapse of a summer thunderstorm system. As the storm weakened, cold air from the thunderclouds rushed downward, creating a powerful downdraft. This gust swept across the parched ground, lifting dust and sand into the air, forming a massive dust wall known as a haboob. Haboobs are not unfamiliar in Arizona's desert regions, where residents often witness giant dust walls during summer. But in 2025, their intensity and danger went far beyond anything seen before. 3 factors came together. Prolonged drought left the soil cracked and loose. Record-breaking summer heat pushed temperatures far above average, and rapid urban expansion reduced natural vegetation, stripping away the land's protective cover. Combined, these forces turned a familiar phenomenon into an unprecedented disaster, spreading fear and anxiety among millions of residents. The damage went beyond physical infrastructure. It left lasting psychological scars. Residents endured hours of panic. Many were trapped in their cars, while others struggled to breathe as thick dust caused choking and asthma attacks. Essential public services such as power, water, and communications were disrupted, crippling hospitals, schools, and local government. The urban economy also faltered as flights were canceled, highways blocked, and commerce severely interrupted. All of this combined to make the 2025 haboob a full-scale disaster, leaving not only dusty streets but also heavy trauma in the community. More importantly, The event exposed the vulnerability of modern cities in the face of natural disasters. Phoenix, with over 4 million residents, advanced technology, and modern infrastructure, was still powerless before nature. On a broader scale, scientists warn that climate change is making haboobs increasingly intense. Longer dry seasons, less rainfall, hotter summers, and fragile desert soils mean dust storms are no longer rare, but part of a growing new normal. Facing this harsh reality, the question is, what solutions will allow people to live more safely with haboobs? In the short term, authorities must improve early warning systems so residents have time to prepare and seek shelter. Public education is equally vital, teaching how to respond, from pulling cars over safely, to sealing homes, to using dust filter masks. Temporary shelters with clean water, air filters, and basic medical supplies can become critical lifelines during emergencies. In the long run, sustainable solutions are key. Restoring desert vegetation and creating green belts can help stabilize soil and reduce dust. Urban planning should shift toward sustainability, avoiding unchecked expansion into fragile desert land. At the same time, investment in climate-resilient infrastructure, from stronger power grids to flexible transportation networks, will be essential. And above all, humanity must cut greenhouse gas emissions. Global warming is the root driver behind the increasing severity of extreme weather events. The Arizona dust storm of 2025 was more than just a weather event. It was a wake-up call that nature is far stronger than we often imagine. In an instant, a wall of dust can cripple a modern city and leave millions helpless. Nature is sending us a message: climate change is not distant. It is here, now, before our eyes. We must act, not only governments or scientists, but every individual. From saving energy to reducing plastic waste to raising community awareness, every small step contributes to a safer future. If you found this story important, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos on climate, nature, and humanity. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Note: some images in this video are used for illustration and may not fully represent the actual events.